where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one Chief Rock Nation Universal main man, Uncle Freezy. I'm joined by Coach. Coach, what's good, man?
It's good. Salute.
Man, yo, y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly. Right?
All right.
Go. We washed up the
Knicks.
Wash up the Sixers. They got what they deserve. Yo, my man Cully in the chat. Danny Barry Sports Highlights is in the building. Andios is in the building. What's good? Salute everybody.
Cully, I ain't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, I ain't seen Cully in a minute. Jaden, what's good, man? What's good, man? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, so there is a lot to talk about, or maybe there's not a lot to talk about. When I thought about the game, when I looked at the game, I was thinking, man, either we have a lot to talk about or, man, we ain't got nothing to talk about. It depends on how you feel as a Knicks fan. Coach, after watching the game, how do you feel about what you saw?
Well, the title under my name kind of says it. Not perfect, but getting better.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Saw a lot of great things, and I put aside the opponent who was there, who wasn't there, because I think with the Knicks, and this is a lot of coach talk, obviously. It's not about what the other team does. It's what we got to do. Because if we play our game, because, let's face it, we've had Knicks teams where we had to play out of our minds to win a game, talent-wise, But when was the last time a Knicks team, since Jalen Brunson's been here, win a game and Jalen Brunson played the way he just played? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
That just shows right there that our team is better. Because there ain't no damn way we would have got a dub last year with Brunson having that kind of game he just had this game.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
And we'll get into the other guys' performances who helped make that happen, I'm sure. But that's my first takeaway. What I was happy with and hopeful of, and what I got out of this game was, wow, we don't need Brunson to go off to win games anymore. We got enough talent to take, and maybe this is good for Jalen Brunson.
Nate?
It shows, man, I need to start trusting these guys more.
Right.
So yeah, man, we'll see. I was happy to see Tibbs make some early rotation moves.
No, you excited about that, bro.
Yeah, I was excited to happen that early.
Right.
Did it change the outcome of the game? I don't know.
Right.
But our guys looked a little fresher in this fourth quarter than we have in the past.
Right.
I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if it had something to do with this early subbing or not.
That is interesting, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I
have a lot more other takes, but I don't want to change the subject. I'm going to keep.
So I'll say this. I felt like this was supposed to be Cat's 40 and 20 game. I also felt like sneaky, this was going to be the Cameron Payne appreciation game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Cameron Payne is back. Look, we won. He didn't have the impact I thought he was going to have.
I think he eased them back.
Yeah.
He did make some things happen in the 9 minutes he played.
Bro, that first three he took, bro, I was like, what are you doing? Good shot.
I know.
Right. Some things you have to get used to with Cameron Payne, right?
Yeah.
You got to get used to some stuff. That is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect OG Anunoby. Is that me with all that static? Hold on.
No, it was me. For some reason, when I'm on this StreamYard, my mic, it takes control of my microphone volume. And I thought I clicked that off, but it keeps doing it.
Oh.
Do you hear me okay right now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I heard it sounded like somebody was pouring water. I was thinking that was me. But that's all right. That's all right. As long as I recognize where it's coming from, it's all right.
Because I turned up my mic volume because it went down to 9 for some reason.
Oh.
And I want to make sure you can hear me.
Is it a podcasting mic or a gaming mic?
Actually.
Okay. So it's a podcasting mic.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to get another one too, man. I got a stand here that's whack. I need to get me a new setup. But anyways, so tonight's game felt like to me like tonight felt like I wasn't let down by it. So I wasn't let down by the game, but I did feel as if this was a game Cat was going to prove to everybody that he's the real deal. And honestly, I think he did in a different sense. Karl Anthony Towns showed me tonight that he could impact the game in a number of ways. Right?
I got a reason for that.
Let me
Yeah.
let me do this first though. Let me say this about Cat's performance. It wasn't disappointing because of him. Let me say that. I think Cat could have had his 40 and 20 game, but they went away from him early. When you saw it, man, when we started jacking up shit, coach, when we started jacking up shots holding the ball.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's two things pertaining to that. First of all, he started off that way. He was going to have a 40 night.
Right.
He had 10 in the first quarter, and he made Embiid think twice about staying in the game.
Yeah.
But I think, and I hate to blame refs and point at refs and all that crap, but if he just got the average everyday star level calls,
that man averaged 37.
bro, the production he had today, if he had like a regular
Just if he got a regular
shooting
NBA whistle, bro,
he would have had like 30, 35 tonight with that. Like, he should have been at the free throw line at least 8 times.
At least.
tonight.
At least.
But
The play where they reversed the ball, where they called the offensive foul on Cat,
right,
and they challenged it, and then it wound up being not a foul on Cat. Should that have not been a foul on Embiid?
yes. He literally was like
holding that man. Yes.
T-Rex arm holding his waist.
I thought something. I started to play sexual healing when I saw it.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird, bro.
But yeah, I think the way the tone started.
Okay.
I could tell the 76ers started closing in on him a little bit. That's why some of his passes started opening up too.
Right.
But
I'm starting to think that dude. I'm starting to think we stole him from Minnesota, bro.
Bro, he's the rebounding. Like, I always saw his.
Probably out there getting grilled, bro. He a panini right now,
bro. Like, you look at the stats on players, and man, he averaged 12 boards. He averaged,
right.
But I didn't think about how he's a really good rebounder.
Great hands, bro.
Like, and here's a perfect example. It's one thing if you're the big man and you're playing the down low all the time, big or something, and you're already down there.
Right.
But this dude is contesting a shot on the perimeter or a pass where he kept the guy from shooting, and then he was still able to get under the rim and get the rebound.
Right.
Like, that don't happen much.
No.
And his offensive rebounding has been a pleasant surprise too. So the thing is, when Cat gets an offensive board, that's a bucket.
Right.
9 times out of 10, he's going back up with it, going to score or get fouled. Right. Or he might pass it out to someone like he did in this game. He got that rebound between 3 dudes and passed it out to Josh, I think it was, for a 3.
Right. Right.
It's another underrated thing about him. He has pretty good awareness where people are. His passing.
Right.
Like when he gets into some ugly situations. Yeah, I mean he's athletic enough to take some off balance shots, but for the most part, when he gets in trouble, he don't chuck it like the cat. He actually passes out of it.
Okay.
So, and OG Anunoby, man, can't say enough about his back-to-back games. He looked like the best player on the floor a couple times, quite a bit.
At times, bro, and coach, there is something to be said. And so, first of all, I want to say something about the Sixers. The Sixers are a scrappy team. I respect the Sixers. After I watched them tonight, that squad they rolled out there tonight, bro, they could have easily lost by 27 and nobody would have even said nothing about it, right? They could have easily went out there and just laid all the way down. They didn't play veterans off the bench. They didn't play Reggie Jackson. They didn't play Eric Gordon. Joel Embiid played, 20 minutes maybe? Paul George was basically out there by himself. Paul George was on the floor with Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Right? And they were scrappy. So salute to the Sixers. Sixers fans, if y'all watching, for all the Sixers fans that come through and support the channel, I'll talk trash, not tonight. There'll be times for me to talk trash about y'all. It won't be tonight though. You know what I'm saying? I respect their effort. Right? My thing though is
McCain Bivens was going off.
Yeah, he was.
Mike.
I was like, who this dude think he is trying to ruin our coronation, bro?
He was in the park space shaking him all last night. Played some ball.
This dude out here trying
checking
to
out
ruin
the
our
fellas,
coronation.
the highs and lows, keep a one-eyed open, still clocking up.
Just one particular, just from the
out for the rest.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I was like, yo, who this dude think he is? Now, I know who he is, right? I'm a Duke basketball fan, right? I'm a Duke basketball fan, so I know who he is, right? But I was like, this dude is out here trying to ruin our coronation.
Yeah. I didn't know he could shoot like that.
Yeah, he's a shooter, bro. He's
it to the rim too.
Yeah, and so he's not lightning quick, but he's quick enough. I think he's a guy that's gonna be a legit 15-point per game scorer in this league, easy.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Right? Just easy. I think his defense will come. He's a smart guy. He's an aware guy. He's one of those kids that is social media forward type person.
Right.
Yeah.
So just to put the exclamation point stamp on my original assessment, I don't care who the Sixers had, who they didn't have, like I said, with Brunson having quite possibly one of his worst games as a Knick, we still beat we beat them by 12 points. Okay.
Could have been worse.
A 12-point win in the NBA is a 12-point win.
It's a 12-point win in the NBA. Hell yeah. And don't forget that.
We did it without our supposed MVP candidate. He padded his stats at the end a little bit.
Coach, he does that a lot more often what people recognize, bro. He will pad a stat, bro.
Yeah. But now, don't get me wrong. In the next game or two, Brunson going to be shooting the lights out and get 30, 35, and he's going to do that too. And I'll give him his his props every time.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna hold him accountable too. You don't get a free pass on that ish with us.
So the tone of this sounds sad. So what's the tone of this conversation sound sad? Is that a thing? Is that a real thing? Are we sad, or are we just quiet, or are we
Yeah,
just thankful?
I just think our expectations were a little more because I think we know what it's supposed to be. Maybe our reactions right now
Okay.
are a little more somber because we were hoping or expecting to be like 8-2 or 7-3 at this point.
Okay.
But don't get it twisted. Inside, I'm happy as hell. We just won. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Especially against the 76ers.
Especially against the Sixers.
And I don't care, like I said, I don't care what their record is. And I know the NBA Cup, whatever the hell that is, we won that. First game in that. The next one's on Friday, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yeah.
November is
Chicago
Tuesdays and
tomorrow.
Fridays. Yeah.
So what did you think about when Tibbs put in some of them guys early?
I didn't care. Talk about subs?
Yeah.
I don't care. Are you asking me, am I glad he subbed guys in? I didn't really care. I knew when Cameron Payne got healthy, he was going to play. I never there was never a doubt in my mind if Cameron Payne was healthy that he was not going to play. Right. Now, Matt Ryan, when I saw Matt Ryan, it kind of puts me in that mindset of, as soon as I saw Matt Ryan, I knew we would not see Tyler Kolek. Right. And so, and not that Matt Ryan's a better player than Tyler Kolek, because right now, I don't know which player is which, but you can't have both on the floor at the same time. Not with Cameron Payne and Deuce. No. You know what I'm saying? Because that means Matt Ryan is basically your 4.
Right.
Yeah, nah, and we definitely don't want to see a world where Matt Ryan is your 4, because we saw on one play where he was the weak side rim protector and he let the guy get to the rim, and you were like, yeah, he's not a big. He's big. He's a big 6'7" guy, but he's not a big aggressive guy.
Right.
And so, but whatever. No, man, every player is their own entity. There's no world where every NBA player is going to be able to do every single thing that you want. It just, our world doesn't, so there aren't that many guys in the NBA that can do that many things.
Yeah. But one thing I do like about him being out there, though, is you can't ignore him when he's standing out there outside the arc.
Right.
So he's going to draw a closeout or a defender out there.
One of the things I would like to see him do is be more aggressive defensively. Right. Because think about it. If you're a bench player, right? If you're a bench player, what are you saving fouls for?
Yeah.
What are you saving energy for? Are you only going to play? A bench player should have the mindset that I'm only going to play 2 minutes, and I'm going to play the hell out of these 2 minutes. Right now, you might play longer than 2 minutes, He might sub you out at 4 minutes and then put you back in. You might play in another 4 minutes. But when you come off the bench, bro, you got to be like, yo, I might not get back on the floor tonight, bro. I got to play hard as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I got to die for this loose ball, man. I got to take this charge. But ultimately, the Knicks won tonight in an impressive fashion. It was ugly. It was a rock fight early on, but it got to a point where we took a lead and Philly knew they couldn't catch us. Like we emptied their tank. About 3/4 through the game, you could tell that their tank was empty because they have a lot of injuries and their tank was empty. Mm-hmm. DJ Cash is in the building.
Salute.
That's one of the things I wanted to talk about too. I hear a lot of people say Matt Ryan is this coach. Matt Ryan is a threat offensively. Bro, I've been watching basketball for a long time. Right? Matt Ryan is not a threat offensively. Can he do some stuff, DJ Cash? Yes. He's not a threat offense. You know who's a threat offensively? Buddy Hield. That's a threat. Buddy Hield can get hot and look like the best scorer in the NBA for a quarter or two. Matt Ryan is a guy, if you dare leave him open, he'll knock down a shot. No disrespect to Matt Ryan and no disrespect to Cash. Cash rules everything around us, y'all. He's the king. Cash, you the king? Cash, you rule everything around us? Cash rule. Cash, our brother. Coach, one of the other things that I saw tonight in our game is one of the other things I saw tonight. I think Tom Thibodeau lets Jalen Brunson do whatever he want to do, bro.
Pretty much.
Tibbs will let Jalen Brunson do whatever he wants to do. And you know what? I like it. I like it. I like it.
I mean, it's not a bad thing as long as Jalen Brunson's smart enough and he is self-aware enough to know what he's got to do. Because he says it after games sometimes. I need to play better. I need to be better. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
You know, he's got to know what he has on his team now.
Right.
Like, if this game doesn't tell him that, then no game will, because he needs to look at himself in the mirror and like, damn, like the way they were playing tonight when Deese was out there instead of Brunson, we didn't lose anything really.
Ooh, Coach, you can't say it that way, bro.
I mean,
I don't know why y'all like starting fights, bro. Y'all legit love starting fights, man.
It was only like a 5 or 6 minute sample size.
That man just said Deuce is as good as Brunson.
No, I did not say that, bro.
That's what I heard. I'm sorry.
Like, the last thing I want is to see if it would work if he was hurt for an extended period of time. I don't want to know what that's like. Brunson right now, he's that little security blanket. Like, if for some reason things ain't going well, we always got the Brunson burner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
is that not a good thing?
Hell yeah, it's a good thing. As long as it's not on a night where he's missing like he was tonight.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You know, and a lot of people, I think, are overreacting about, oh, Brunson hasn't looked good. Bro, as all world and as good as everyone thinks Cat's doing, which I'm one of them, Jalen Brunson coming into this game was still our leading scorer. So don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it ain't like Brunson's. We're so used to Brunson being so efficient percentage wise. When he dips below 40 once in a while, like normal high volume guys do sometimes.
Right.
We think, oh, something's wrong.
Right.
And honestly, Brunson did a couple good defensive things tonight.
Brunson's defense was, I was gonna say, bro, we gotta give Big Main some credit. His defense was at times very good.
Yeah.
At times. Notice we put the disclaimer.
Yeah. And like, it seems like at the beginning, when he was struggling, he had 4 assists in the first half. But then in the second half, he's like, man, I got to get mine this half. He had 1 assist in the second half.
Right.
You can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to keep it a buck. Josh has been facilitating even better than Brunson has.
Oh season. Boy, why you keep?
I'm just talking about as a playmaker, getting other people involved. Hart has actually been a better point guard at times than Brunson has.
Bro, I don't know why you must trying to get the chat stirred up, bro. Chat, listen, man. I'm not trying to fight y'all tonight. Don't try to fight me tonight, man. I'm not trying to fight nobody tonight, man. I'm a conscientious observer right now, right? Coach legit is trying to put a splinter in y'all hand tonight. Right? Coach is trying to be that itch in your back that you can't reach, right? I'm not on the such and such is a better playmaker thing than Jalen Brunson.
No, see, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say in general he is better, but he has been more successful getting other people involved more than Jalen has.
Oh, dude, come on, dog. Listen to what you're saying.
Whatever.
Listen, for real, man. Listen to what you're saying, bro.
Who's been the biggest? I've been the biggest Brunson fan there is, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck.
I'm not saying you trolling, bro. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you trolling.
Josh had 10 assists. What does that tell you?
That
He's looking to get other people involved. That's what it means. If you want me to get nerdy, I'll go on the advanced stats and tell you even more. Break some of y'all's hearts.
Lord of mercy.
Long Island Sound, you front always. You must be from Montauk, that part of Long Island.
You see what I mean? I knew it. I knew this was coming, bro. I knew it. I knew this was coming, bro. I knew it.
Dude. We ain't winning crap in the playoffs without Brunson. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
He needs to get it right. That part of his game. Because you're the first one to talk about his dribble. Don't even go there.
Oh, you know. If
y'all ever want to come check out Playback TV, Breezy's the first one to be calling Brunson's behind out.
There you go.
Dribble.
I'll point it out. I'll be like, Coach. I'll be like, Coach. Hey, Coach, we down by 2. Watch this. Dribble. You know what I'm saying? Coach, but I'll tell Coach beforehand. I'll be like, Coach, we down by 3. Watch this dude come down here and brick a layup, and they're gonna get the rebound and go down and score, and we're gonna be down double digits. And sure enough, it happened. Am I Coach? Will I do that? I will point that out, right?
Yeah.
I will be like, hey, it's a 1-possession game. All we need is a point right here. We don't. Y'all know what it is. Situational awareness, right? If you're down by 2, right, with about 8 minutes left, you don't need a 2. You just need a point.
Yeah.
Right. You need a point. Just chip away. Get a point. Go down. Stop them from scoring. Come back. Get a point. Stop them from scoring. Maybe they hit a 3. You go get a point, and you just chip away at the lead. Chip away, and wear them down. Nah, if we down by 3 and Jalen Brunson know it, Jalen Brunson taking a 3.
Yeah. Look, I'm I'm not. I know Brunson's our best player. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying he's not
Right.
because he has established that. I'm gonna hold him to that. And when he's doing things that the best player ain't supposed to be doing, I'm just gonna remind him and y'all.
Oh, y'all, and remind us, Jalen Brunson don't care nothing about us, coach.
I'm just saying. I'm just gonna say it like
Right, right,
I expect more from him when it comes to that kind of stuff.
right.
He's the other teams are presenting this problem because they know who our best player is, so they're dialing up their defenses and they're making the other guys on our team beat them. That's why Cat. That's why OG. That's why these other guys are eating because they know who they need to stop. They need to stop. They can't let because Brunson gets hot with them other guys performing. We're unbeatable.
Okay.
That's what's real.
Right.
And that's where I want to be. I want to be the next team that I know we can be, and that's unbeatable. And when Brunson is in his bag and getting other people involved and not just driving in the lane on 3 people and not kicking it out, when he's doing that crap, I'm gonna say something about it. Like I am now.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah, I get that part. That part makes sense to me.
If Trey DeBarge can average 28 points,
Ooh, and I like it,
and 11 assists on that team, why can't Brunson with this team?
Trey DeBarge will send chills up your spine every day and every night. Trey DeBarge will send chills up your spine. Right. No,
apparently Atlanta's pretty good. Atlanta beat Boston tonight without Trae Young.
Yeah, yeah. Let me introduce this though, because it does sound like we're a little solemn about the win tonight. I don't feel that way. What I feel like is we were a cat playing with a mouse.
Yeah, we're playing with our food a little too long.
Yeah, that's what I feel like, everybody. So am I grateful for the win? Absolutely. Do I want to blow out Chicago tomorrow night? Absolutely. Right? Coach, who do we play Friday? We have a big game Friday, right?
Yeah, we play let's see. Brooklyn.
Yeah, we got Brooklyn Friday, everybody. By the end of the week, the Knicks could be. I see it. I thought you were doing the what's the music group that used to be on the Brady Bunch? Remember the Brady Bunch used to be in love with a rock group?
Menudo?
And they do the
Menudo?
No, not no.
I know
not no. Marsha, no.
Keep on moving.
Yeah, keep on keeping on. Keep on. What do you know about music, Coach? You don't know nothing about music, man.
I know.
says DSJ and says DSJ and Ron, still Knicks fans. We don't know anything about music.
No.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Oh man, like hey, it's been a long day.
So you had a long day?
Yeah.
So you had a long day. Is that how the song go, y'all? So you had a long day.
I mean, this is. If y'all would have came and hung out with us during the playback, we were all cheering. It was fun. We were having a good
we had a good time, bro.
But now it's like
we're tucking out. The old people are tired.
Yeah. Now I got, I've already celebrated this win now. I'm enjoying it. And now I'm thinking about Chicago tomorrow.
Yeah.
I want to win. I want to go over 500 and just keep it rolling from there.
So okay,
Don't look back. I want this to be the last time we're 500.
right. East Blue Juice says, why am I seeing Matt Ryan play over Ariel and Pacom? Right now, Matt Ryan is a better player than Pacom Dadier, for one. Right? He's just a better player right now. This kid is 19 now. If you ask me that question this time next month, I would like, hey, ain't no reason for this. Because y'all know how weeds grow fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Matt Ryan's I think we gotta show some love to Matt Ryan, man. Matt Ryan is a decent NBA player, right? Do I feel like the Knicks are gonna give him a guaranteed contract? No. But both of them are playing over Jacob Toppin. So what's that say? What's that tell you? Coach, I'm at a point though. I think we need a big.
Oh, I've been saying that since before we got rid of Randall. We needed another big besides, and I know Precious is considered a big wing.
Yeah.
But I knew we needed one more big. That's not someone who's just out there clogging up the lane, being in the way. Someone that's actually somewhat of a threat. And
Right.
I mean, look, the elephant in the room, I was going to say it, Sim. Like, I literally, it seems like each player, or the other four players, every trip down the court, whether it's a loose ball, an inbounds, a set play, I see it in the guy's eyes who has the ball. Literally look at everyone else on the court before they even dream of looking at giving Sims the ball, even if Sims is right next to him.
Right.
I actually noticed that, like, there was this one rebound or inbounds play or something. I think Bridges had the ball, and he was like in one block, and Sims was like in the other. And I'm like, why didn't he just dump it to him real quick? He like looked at him, he saw it was Sims and looked somewhere else.
It's like, oh, it's just him.
I mean, his own teammates don't trust him or look for him. There was times where he does the phantom pick, where he doesn't really do the pick, where he just puts his hands on the guy's hips for a second and then he rolls away.
And you're like, yo, what are you doing, dog?
And he don't even look for the ball.
Won't even look for the ball? Like, what you doing, dog?
So, yeah, man. Until I see and I'm not just saying it because he's a rookie.
Who, Pacom?
No, Huck 40.
Oh.
He's not like just some rookie I'm like wanting them to force in there. Yeah, and so like that's the point I'm getting at. It's not that Brunson and Bridges, they were all being selfish. They don't trust the guy.
They don't trust him, bro.
It's not that they're being selfish or dumb. Because I'm telling you, I think Huck 40 was in there. They trust him more.
Okay.
I just, from what I've seen, from the limited time he's in the game, when he's close, if he gets a foot in that paint, that dude's trying to yam it on somebody. Like he's going to the rim. And he has touch with both hands. And he attacks rebounds aggressively. Now, is he someone that might want to be having foul trouble? Yeah, probably. But he might only play 10 or 12 minutes, so who cares?
Right. Okay.
That's what we need. We need a high energy big that's willing to actually do something with the ball when he gets it.
Is Cat not a high energy big? What else you need Cat to do, bro?
No, I'm talking about when Cat gets a break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Like the only time Jericho gets is if he's super wide open and they dump it to him, or he gets a dunk back. Other than that, he's got no offense, period. And it affects the offense when he's out there, too.
Right. Okay. There were moments, Coach, when the ball was moving, I felt like this offense could be unstoppable if we hit shots. I don't know where our 3-pointer went, but it's gone.
Yeah. So we've got to make threes all of a sudden these last couple games.
Right. Yeah, man. All of a sudden, we can't make threes. And it frustrates me a little bit because you're like, how all of a sudden you but at the same time we're finishing at the rim.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you, Coach.
I don't think there's anything wrong. So I don't know if everyone's or you are confused. What I'm not complaining. All these things I'm saying are just little ironing out things because I think once Precious comes back, that's solving a lot of problems. More than we think.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I can agree. I can agree with you on that. Definitely.
So my thing is this: we don't have like if we're gonna go all in with our 5-out offense, then our whole roster isn't made for that. All of our backup bigs are not made for that.
Right.
Sims and Huckporty aren't made for that, and Mitch isn't made for that. So
see, and that's the frustrating part right there, bro.
Right. So does our offense change when some of our backups are in? Because we can't keep playing 5-out when Sims is in or Huckporty's in, obviously. But if we go smallish when Precious is back and he's playing the 5, yeah, we could probably still play 5-out with Precious still. Because he actually, before he got hurt, he showed he can hit a couple of threes. But if we're going to go all in with this, then I'm sorry to say, our Mitchell lovers out there, we got to buy into our system. We got to buy into our system all the way. I'm just being real. So people want to make excuses that we're a 5-out offense now. And our backup's got to be that way too. Or Cat's going to play 48 minutes a game, apparently. And we don't want that.
I'm not sure, boss. Yeah, I'm not
And
sure.
for anyone that thinks, I think Huck Porter's already shown he's more athletic than he's given credit for.
I think he's still raw.
Yeah, he is still raw. I
Yeah.
agree 100%.
Yeah.
And my calling for him is just, I don't know why some people are holding on to Sims, man. He's hot freaking garbage. And if anyone wants to come on and debate, have a Sims debate, please come on.
Or a Mitch debate. Yeah. I would trade Mitch right now for Jared Vanderbilt. Another 6'9" jumbo wing, and have our big man rotation be Cat, Precious, Huck Porty, and Jared Vanderbilt. That's what I would do. Now, with that said, a lot of those dudes that I mentioned are injury prone. And you know why they're injury prone, right? Because they're max effort guys. Max effort guys tend to be hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Except Huck Porty, of course. Coach, based on what you saw tonight,
Mm-hmm.
based on what you saw tonight, is there room for improvement?
Of course.
Okay, where?
I mean, we could be more efficient shooting a three. That's for number one.
Okay.
Number two, Brunson needs to still be a Brunson needs to be a willing passer, man. Get everyone get the ball, pass the ball around, man. Because we look really good when we do that.
Yeah, I think our offense needs a minor tweak. I think the best thing about tonight's game was defense.
Yeah. Well, that was gonna be my third thing.
Yeah. I'll shut up and let you talk then.
No. I'm glad you said it because, like, honestly, our defense. I mean, what OG Ananobi is like an octopus out there, bro.
OG Anunoby is like. You ever just been walking in your yard and walk through spider web and you just like trying to get all this shit off and you just like trying to get it off, and the more you pull, the more you can kind of hear it straight. You're like, oh my God.
Right.
That's what I think OG Anunoby is like. Salute to DSJ. DSJ is in the building. Salute.
DSJ, salute. And look, the only reason why I'm saying up until 2 games ago, we might have dropped a couple of slots now. We were number one in the league.
Right.
In 3-point percentage. So I'm not complaining in general.
Right.
Teams going slump. And really, some of it's directly correlated because usually Brunson's a part of the helping the percentage. But the last 2 games, him and Mikal Bridges both not been shooting well from 3. But OG, Josh, surprisingly, Cat, and Deuce, they've been shooting their percentages. It's really Bridges and Brunson been a little cold from 3 last couple games.
Right.
It's a long season. There's going to be games where both of them are on fire. So, I'm not that worried about it. And the Knicks, I think, had the lowest 3-point record, team record anyway. So breaking that, I mean, Evan Fournier had the record for Christ's sakes.
Yeah. Dante broke the record and he came off the bench half the year, or 2/3 of the 1/3 of the year. Yeah.
I mean it's kind of it. 3-point records nowadays are like the NFL passing records now because the game has changed so much.
Yeah.
I mean, all the passing records are going to get obliterated.
I was going to talk to you about that, man. I think the NFL is going to get back to running the football, bro. These quarterbacks look terrible.
Yeah.
Everybody's throwing the football behind the line of scrimmage. Dudes are throwing for 70% in the season because they're not throwing the football down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is just around the line of scrimmage. And if you're going to take a chance of that, man, you may as well give it to your 222-pound Bo Jackson and just let him, But anyway, tonight, though, one of the things that I didn't like the way we set up 3-point shots. I didn't like the way we set up our 3-pointers. It seems like the 3-pointers that we had tonight were all contested on catch. The only 2 I remember is OG wide open in the corner and Deuce McBride pump fake, and he let the dude fly by for an uncontested 3. All the other was basically had a hand in their face. Now, with that said, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means we're not hunting or creating great 3-point looks. Oh boy, coach. The purple eye is in the building. I'm sorry, the white eye. I'm sorry, it's white. It's a white eye.
I didn't think he'd show since Josh had a triple-double.
Oh boy. That dude don't hate Josh Hart, Brent. He don't hate Josh Hart. $7,000. He don't hate Josh Hart. He just there's something there, man. It must be a Brooklyn thing.
Yeah. Dre's kind of a younger dude, isn't he?
Dre's kind of young.
I think him and Josh Hart are the same. I think he knows Josh.
I think Dre's like, how old is Dre? Like 41, 44? Like him, Cowboy Bob, DSJ, all of them around the same age. Like 44.
Dre was like in his 30s.
In the waist.
Lucky him.
Yeah, lucky him, right? Yeah, lucky him, bro.
I'm in 30s in my thighs.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, man. I don't like the way that we found 3-pointers tonight.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them were really now. Was that a really good Philly defense? I don't know. Probably so. They had a lot of length out there. Right? They had a lot of length out there. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think part of it's also both these teams are 2 of the slower paced teams in the league too. Knicks are the actually slowest.
And I don't think Joel Embiid defensively was anything to worry about tonight. Now, will he play his way in shape? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He'll play his way in shape. But there were some threes I felt like we left on the floor. Anytime Karl Anthony Towns drives to the rim, there should be a dude off his shoulder, right? And y'all know Coach played running back, right? You played running back, right, Coach? You played running back at a high level? You ever played pro football?
Yeah.
Coach, you remember how option quarterbacks would run the option and they'd have a back off their shoulder?
Yep.
Where he could just kick the ball, where he could just pitch it. Anytime Cat drives to the rim, you should have a guy off of his shoulder. Where if a defender jumps out in front of Cat, he can kick the ball out and not trample somebody. You know what I mean?
Right. And make sure Josh, like on that fast break, you didn't do, you keep a decent enough distance
Oh my God, he was
where
in that man hip pocket.
where the defender can't defend both of y'all.
Oh my
You
God.
do the same thing on the option. You keep that distance.
Josh Hart was running side by side beside that man, whispering in his ear on the fast break.
He was trying to get a handoff.
On a fast break. He tried to get a full speed handoff in the middle of the floor, bro. Josh, what the hell are you doing, Josh? Josh Hart will make a bonehead play, bro, and you're like, that don't even make sense. That's like stuff you learn in third grade.
At least it used to be he was one step forward, two steps back.
Opposites attract.
Now at least he's two steps forward, one step.
Right.
He's doing a lot less.
Right. And Kev Guapo is in the building. Kev Guapo says he looks comfortable just being a role player. I was expecting him to take another step. What I would say, so here is my scorching hot take about Mikal Bridges. My absolute scorching hot. And if y'all not ready to hear this, then yo.
Coach thoroughly enjoys that music. What's up, fellas?
I was getting down to that one.
What's up, fellas? What's up,
Dre?
Coach?
Dre, here is the question we're trying to ask you, bro. We're trying to get to the nitty-gritty of this.
Yeah.
Right? The definitive answer. We're going to hold you accountable for this answer forever. Which borough was the best?
The Bronx.
The Bronx. Because if it wasn't for the Bronx,
this rap-ish wouldn't be going on. So tell me where you from.
Uptown, baby. Uptown, baby.
My mama was born in the Bronx, so that's my bloodline.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Bronx.
Shout out to Coach's mama.
Yeah, and shout out to all my Caribbeans in the Bronx. Shout out to all my Nigerians and Haitians everywhere.
My pops was a Queens guy.
Hey, Freezy, I want to point out like a thing. I think we played 7 of our first 10 games on the road. Brunson has played probably the worst basketball since he's been a Knick. Mikal hasn't really found his footing in terms of consistency. The shot like diet has been kind of out of whack. Cat has been performing optimally. And we're basically a top 5 offense in like every stat right now. Now imagine, just paint a picture where we're close to the middle of the pack defensively and then far and away the best offense in basketball. When we actually figure this out all the way. And I understand your point where it's like we had like a lot of difficult shots. There were a lot of self-created threes tonight. A lot of guys were in the hip pocket when guys were trying to shoot threes.
Right.
But I think there were certain things that we did well, but in the first half, we were extremely sloppy. It's probably the sloppiest game Brunson has had in his career. We threw away at least 10 possessions tonight with just stupid turnovers or just sloppy play. And if it's anything that we know about a Tom Thibodeau team, we usually clean up the sloppiness the further we go along in the season. Tonight it's a factor of a few things. Brunson was sloppy, and also no matter who Nick Nurse coaches, he always has a team that generates turnovers. Especially when he had all those rangy wings on the Raptors, and now he's on this team and he's making guys trap and press and pick up full court. A lot of the mistakes were on Brunson, but
Right.
it's something that we can clean up. I think we can clean up. But in terms of like generating 3-point shots, 100, I absolutely agree with you. Like I think we need to create like Cat will never be Randall in the respect of how Randall generates threes by just existing on the court.
Right.
But we can create advantages. We can put him in the low block and have some off-ball actions because he's shown extremely capable of hitting guys from a different range, different amount of angles, different amount of passes from with either hand. We saw tonight he made a wraparound pass to hit Josh Hart in his shooter pocket.
Right.
And that was one of the few threes we
Josh
got
Hart,
wide
did
open.
he take that? So Josh Hart took one and made one, and then he put the ball on the floor for another one, and I was screaming at my TV.
It's like how you made a shot, bro. Just keep shooting.
Just keep. What are you doing?
But that wraparound pass was gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then the other one where he was on the low block and
But the thing is,
he hooked it behind his head to he's out there looking like Dominican Jokic out there tonight at points.
this was tied for the third most turnovers Brunson's had in the game.
Yeah, it's a lot, bro. Yeah, 6.
Yeah, 6. And he's only 2 games removed, guys, where he had 9 assists and 0 turnovers.
Okay.
So it's gonna happen sometimes. You know what
Ain't
I'm
nobody, I'm not tripping about Brunson.
Yeah, I know he's gonna get that together.
Yeah,
the only mentioning of this for me is it's comforting to know, like I said at the top of the show, even with that, we're beating an NBA team by 12 points.
Yeah.
With 2 guys that we were counting on to do more, not doing as much as we'd hope.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I think part of it is what's happening is, number one, that's doing what we'd hope he'd be doing. And OG and Josh, let's keep it above. They're playing above what we were expecting of them. My personal opinion.
Agree.
And I mean offensively. That's why OG and Josh's offensive boost is why we're the top 5 offense in the league. Because because coming into the season, we knew that OG and Josh were probably the 4th and 5th option scoring wise. But because both of them have been such a bright spot and surprise offensively, not only just with scoring, but some of the other little things like their cutting, their drives to the lane, the spacing, their willingness to pass, they make our offense better because we actually have 5 guys that are part of
Every
the
time
offense.
I hear somebody say 5 guys, you know what I think, right?
Burgers
and fries. Burgers and fries, baby. I'm a fatty to my heart, bro. I can't help it.
That brown bag is so greasy when you get it. So good. Are you with or without?
They charge for them burgers like they steaks though. Like you walk in at 5 Guys expecting to spend $15, you leave spending $35 and don't know how it happened.
But
Right. So when I speak about the threes that we create, the thing is, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, right? The thing is, I think we have multiple guys that like the 3 from the same spot, and we got to figure out how to get these guys to get a comfort level with different, like Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. Coach, where do Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby like to shoot the 3 from?
The corner,
the same spot, bro. Right.
OG's been hitting it from the elbow.
Where do Deuce and Jalen Brunson like to shoot their 3s from? On the wing.
Of the elbow.
Right. Yeah. And where does Cat like to shoot his 3 from? Top of the key. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, if I know this and I'm just a random dude, NBA defenses and, dare I say, analytics departments, they know this already, right? And so I think what we'll have to now, I'm not saying Cat should be shooting corner threes. His feet are too big, right? You don't want guys like that in limited space. You're asking for a turnover,
Right.
right? Now, can we
But
get Deuce in the corner? Can we get Jalen Brunson in them corners? Can we get Mikal Bridges straight on threes? If once we start
McCall is
getting,
taking them. He's just not making them.
yeah,
Unfortunately,
yeah, that's what I was, and it's up and down. I think that's
sad to feel. Yeah.
the part that you mentioned. I think that's a direct reflection of minutes,
Mm.
right? I think you have to be in such great shape to be a 3-point shooter, right? That like when you look at all the great 3-point shooters that have ever played, what do they look like, bro? When you look at Steph Curry, Reggie Miller,
Ray Allen.
yeah, Ray Allen, what do they look like, bro?
There's
These dudes ain't 250, bro.
Which is why Cat is special.
Right.
I was gonna say, like, when you talk about the minutes part, Matt Ryan didn't really necessarily do too much tonight, but by him existing on the court and being an NBA body, he gave basically all three of our wings the extra 3 minutes of rest at points in this game,
Okay.
and that can't be taken for granted while you open up the rotation. And that's why when we came down the stretch, we just basically had more in the tank compared to them.
Yeah. Okay.
So even after, back on the 3-point tip, even after the last 2 games we shot under 30%, we're still 7th in the league at 38.5% as a team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Even on these tough shots, like
So
a lot of the tough shots.
imagine when Bridges
Coach loved the Beatles. Coach loved the Beatles. He always trying to squeeze a Beatles. Yeah, he always trying to squeeze like a Beatles thing in there, bro. Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead, do your thing, bro.
Well, it's a hard day's night when Josh Hart's just wants to hold your hand.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
On a fast break.
Oh my, he was in my man's hip pocket, bro. Bro, I swear it. Yo, you remember Cinemax After Dark? That's what it looked. That's what it looked like.
Skinamax.
Skinamax. It looked like Skinamax, bro.
That's soft porn.
Yeah. Oh my God, bro.
Oh.
They call it soft porn, but you never get hard watching it.
You don't see that, bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I'm not even. I mean, we're 4th in the league in field goal percentage.
Yeah.
And this team just got put together right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my favorite part is our free throws.
Right.
I've never felt. I just feel like every guy that goes to the line now can make free throws.
Yeah.
I get so disappointed when Ad or Brunson misses one, but they can't shoot 100 for the season. Usually it's like I had grown so accustomed to us missing them all the time.
Well, when Mitch comes back, he'll remind you.
Yeah. Mitch will be like, "Hey, coach, remember that?" Mitch will be like, "Hey, coach, did you miss this?"
UFOs right off the front of the rim.
This speaking of miss. Yeah, man.
Now, I just actually one of the stats, and I was actually going to bring this up after the game because I noticed it when we had 3 games. I saw another Knicks content creator talk about this, and it reminded me of it. We had over 30 assists again tonight as a team.
Okay.
And that's the 4th time this season we've done that. All of last season, we did it 10 times in 82 games.
Well, what did we do? I missed that part.
30 assists as a team.
Right. Yep.
Last year, dribble.
So last year, we only did it 10 times in 82 games. We've
I
already
think
done
I
it.
think a lot of that is the product because Cat opens up your offense by just existing. Like him just standing on the court makes passing a lot easier. His offensive talent aside, because he's one of the best finishers in the league, that helps as well. But
That does help. Yeah.
that it him just existing opens up the offense, and I think it's still like an adjustment period for Brunson because he's still not used to having guys that are that effective, and I think he's kind of like in the first half he was telegraphing his passes like he's like you don't have to give Cat the most perfect ideal pass. He has good hands. You can
Right.
throw it in his general vicinity,
Right.
catch it. But
Yeah.
Freezy, he's so used to like having guys like like Mitch where you got to spoon feed him, or even
Oh,
Jericho Sims.
Mitch, if you watching, bro, we love you, man. Mitch, if you watching.
If you watch him, do 10 push-ups right now.
But like in the first half, he got like a turnover in a pick and
I'll
roll.
join you because look, I need it too.
I was gonna say in the first half, I don't know if you remember this play, but he had like a pick and roll with Cat, and Cat was like wide open at the top of the key. And this man Brunson decided to just telegraph it from 15 miles away, and it
Yeah.
got picked off. And I know it's not all the way in his skill set, all the way, but I think within time you'll get better at it. But like the
Right.
best point guards in the league would just do a simple behind the back, just
Well,
he'll be wide open.
do you think that we're very hyper aware fans because we really look at the game so much that we notice some of these turnovers? Like, what would you think we were ranked in turnovers this year?
Probably at the bottom of the league.
I would say we rank probably sixth. I don't think we turn it over that much. I just think we look and we embarrass ourselves when we do it.
Yeah,
I think our
we're actually
turnovers.
fifth. We're fifth lowest turnovers.
Okay.
I think our turnover because we play at such a slow pace, we notice the turnovers more when they do happen.
When they do
Especially
happen, yeah.
and especially when you're talking about Brunson, who isn't a turnover guy in the first place.
Right.
So it's one of those things where you notice it even more. But if we're critical, Brunson is probably the most critical. Like out of any player on the team, if we were to talk about guys that self critique themselves, Brunson's probably the highest out of anybody on the entire team. Like in order to be like an elite guard at 6 foot barely to get this far in the league and be that good, you got to be like a masochist for your flaws. You got to, and then I think his father had played a role in him being the way he is. So I think Brunson will figure it out. He has flaws like every other player in the league. They have flaws, but he's one of those guys that is probably harder on himself than anyone could possibly be.
I don't know if I totally agree. I love the premise. I think Cat is one of those dudes that self corrects in the moment.
Yeah.
Like he'll do some Cat will do something stupid, right? Like Cat will have a Josh Hart moment. Like the other night, I think it was it the Cleveland game where he fouled Evan Mobley 40 feet away from the rim?
Yeah,
And
for
you
no
like,
reason.
yo, he ain't even a shooter. And then Cat walk away, and then you like next time you see him, Cat doing his hands like this. I'm like, okay. Right. Now, Jalen Brunson, I think if Jalen Brunson have a bad game, he'll go away and stew for hours. I get that sense. Like what Dre is saying. Like he's tough on himself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's pissed right now.
Yeah, I think but the thing about it is basketball is hard, bro. That's why I was telling people to relax on Julius Randle. Basketball is hard, man. You're not just gonna go out there and just dominate and then think the rest of the league is not gonna adjust to you.
Yeah.
They coming for you, bro.
Especially no pun or pun intended when you have physical shortcomings already.
I think
It's even harder for him.
I think one of the things that Brunson's probably gonna have to adjust to is no one is going for that pump fake, that first one.
They stay. If they stand down, if they
Nobody's
stand down,
going
coach.
for that. Yeah. Nobody's going for
But
it.
you know what I
So,
noticed he's been doing though? this is why Brunson is smart. I'm gonna give him props. He's a smart ass basketball player. He's been doing that instead of the pump fake. Now he does a hard cut. It's like he does like this running back cut almost to the rim.
Okay.
Like when he goes right to the rim, where
Okay.
he's been stopping and doing the pump fake. Now it seems like he's going straight to the rim more because he knows people aren't biting on that fake or something.
Okay.
But one of the things I'm concerned about, and I don't know if it's a style of play issue, a personnel issue, or offense issue, or just some refs don't like Tibbs. I don't know what the hell it is. But our ability to draw fouls.
Yeah.
What in the hell's going on with that?
Yeah, we got a bad
We're,
whistle.
we're 29th in the league.
In drawing fouls now?
Yeah, and drawing fouls. Last place is the Bulls.
We're not playing with enough force right now, in my opinion.
But to keep it a buck, Dallas and OKC are 28th and 27th. So, I mean, I don't know how important that stat is.
I think the sample size does matter. It's like 10 games in. So, and maybe it'll normalize. But
like you said, we had 7 away games, bro.
7 out of 10 away games with a new team. So, like I understand it, and we might actually win our next 4 just being at the Garden. Be absolutely honest. It wouldn't shock me.
Okay.
And you know what's crazy? When I looked at the schedule, right? When you look at it on my screen, you see when you looked at Milwaukee and the 76ers, you thought those were going to be 2 of the tougher wins for us, you know?
Wait. Hold on. Who thought that, Coach?
General consensus.
No,
y'all know.
Hold up. Pump the brakes. Comparatively to the other teams in the first 10 games, they were supposed to be 2 of the tougher wins going into the season.
Dre, would you tell this man how I feel about Milwaukee, bro?
Freezy been saying Milwaukee food for like the last 2.5 years.
Okay. I'm not saying I'm worried about Milwaukee, but there's no way you would have thought they were only have 2 wins right now.
Yeah,
bro. I thought they was worse than that, bro.
Worse than 2 and 8.
Coach, I promise.
I think they got 3 wins now.
Coach, I promise. Yeah, Dre, what have I been telling them about Chris Middleton, bro? I've been saying if Chris Middleton is your savior, you're a lottery team. The Bucks are saying, "Yo, when Chris Middleton get back, we gonna Chris Middleton is your savior." I texted Dre too.
He got Grant Hill ankles right now.
Bro, I texted Dre 2 weeks ago and I said, "Hey, Dre, Milwaukee needs another star." Remember that text I sent you, Dre?
Yeah. And I was just like, "How they gonna get it?"
Bro, I'm telling you,
they won without Dame tonight.
It's the Raptors, though. RJ. Oh, by the way, RJ looks terrible right now.
RJ looked terrible, but that's what he did. That's RJ.
This game, he was playing all-star numbers up until tonight.
No, his last few been kind of rough.
Yeah, that game against the Lakers
He's averaging more assists than Brunson. I know that.
Oh, shots.
I mean that can happen when you're playing when the 2 point guards ahead of you didn't play for a lot of the season.
I don't want to disagree with Coach on his thing. I'm like, hey, big dog, have your point. I'm not trying to get in the way, but what I will say though is the Jalen Brunson shot was like legit. That one was legit. Like, damn, Jalen Brunson ain't had nothing to do with RJ
at all.
No, I remember when I don't know. It was probably about 2 or 3 games ago, and we were the Knicks game ended and the Raptors were still playing,
right?
And I don't know, we started talking about RJ, and I just want to look at his stats for the year, and I saw he was averaging like 6 point something assists, and it just jumped out at me.
Yeah,
and it just made me want to look at Brunson's assists. I'm like, dang, he's averaging more than Jalen Brunson at the time.
Shots.
I think Brunson moved ahead out of him recently because he had the 9 and 10 since then. But.
Right. No doubt. No doubt. I do find that to be funny though. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Hey, you can't be the only one putting pebbles in shoes.
Yeah, I know.
That is funny.
I gotta do it once in a while.
I'm a habitual pebble shoe guy.
I be throwing boulders in shoes.
Habitual. Like I can't help myself. I need counseling. Yeah, man. Yeah,
No,
but you know what though? Do you know what though? To the point though about the Jalen Brunson thing, I think we may just need to give our guy JB some room. You know what I'm saying? Just to figure out a few things. I think Aaron Rodgers gets more credit for new weapons than Jalen Brunson does.
oh, what? Say that again?
I think Aaron Rodgers gets more leeway for new weapons than Jalen Brunson does. Right. Like legit, you give Aaron Rodgers a weapon, you like, hey man, Aaron Rodgers need 2 years. Like 2 years? 2 years? And you give Jalen Brunson a weapon, you like, hey, Jalen Brunson, you got 18 hours.
Hey, Freezy, it's like one of those things where you get a new car and you got all these features and you don't even know. You find out how to use something 3 months after you got the car.
Right, like paddle shifters. I messed around.
I didn't even know the car could do that.
Oh,
I
man,
messed around and hit the
this
paddle
car got
shifters
sport mode. I didn't know it had that button.
I messed around and hit paddle shifters coming out the grocery store, bro. I almost cut the median, bro. I know. I almost cut the median in half. Hey, bro. Hey, man. So yeah, I know what you mean, bro. Yeah, man.
He's gonna be figuring out new things that he ain't had the luxury to figure out.
Bro, when
halfway through the season, there's gonna be like plays we running that we never knew we could do.
We never knew that we can do. Hey Dre, I'm with you, boss. I'm with you on that. My only thing about JB, what I'd like to say about JB is give my man some time. We hadn't even seen things like how many give and goes have we seen yet with Brunson and Cat? Maybe two.
Yeah,
maybe
tonight
2 all
like
season?
1 or 2, and there were turnovers.
Yeah, so we saw what team was that we played in the second game? Was that Indiana? We
Indiana
saw one
was our
after
home
that.
opener, so yes, it was Indiana.
Yeah, so we saw one in that disaster after the Celtics lost.
Yeah.
Right. And then I think we saw one tonight, and I think we saw an attempt at another Sunday. I think we saw an attempt at another, but somebody crossed, and then somebody couldn't go, and then somebody had to pull it back, and you're like, oh boy.
There was one successful give and go where Brunson got like a layup out of it.
Right.
From like a delayed pass from Cat. It was like a highlight play, I think.
Right. Right.
But it's one of those things where they don't even necessarily have on-court chemistry like that besides a basic pick and pop.
Right.
And like maybe one lob, he threw a lob to him early.
And
but these things that take time.
The thing about the pick and pop too, certain things like the pick and pop, the pick and pop, I think is on the way. I do think maybe some slip screens are coming too, but I know with certainty, Coach, I can almost put my reputation on it that the pick and roll, the uniqueness of the uniqueness of our pick and roll soon come, right? And it's because the Knicks have all the elements for you to run a pick and roll with a guard, a ball handler, and a big, and the other instruments you need to have a unique pick and roll type of thing. Like the reason why Steve Nash and Amari worked is because you couldn't pack the paint because other guys on the floor could knock down shots. Were they great 3-point shooters? No. But if you left one open, they could knock down a shot. They can make you pay. Right? And so I think we have those guys where if you have Josh Hart as the outlet, as somebody that's a tertiary playmaker, and have one of those guys spotted up for three, and another guy cutting away from the rim, like you, Sunday night when we saw Jalen Brunson cut to the rim off the screen, and we saw OG Anunoby dive in from the other side of the 45 cut, and OG Anunoby got the dunk at the rim, and I was like, "Yo, that's the 45 cut I've been talking about all summer." Remember that?
Yep.
See, I think we have the ingredients to be that, right? It's just little timing thing. It's like Coach, you ever heard of a timing belt for your car? You know how your timing belt is the belt that keeps all of your parts with rotary things in it, like your water pump, your everything, all the things that need to turn, they have to turn on time. And if they don't turn on time, your car be like, be like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's about to cut off. Oh, Coach ain't never drove a bad car, so he don't know what I'm talking about.
Crazy as hell.
But y'all know what I'm talking about, man. The chat, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you ever drove a bad car, like an old car, and it sounds like you want to cut off every time you get to the light, that's what I'm saying about the timing being off. You have to have your timing chain right. And so I think once we get our timing right, I think you'll see, and I think we're starting to see it. You're starting to see Mikal Bridges knock down them 10-footers. That's where he's going to live. Mikal Bridges for us is going to be our, I don't want to say it like this, but just to, so basketball minds understand what I'm saying. He's going to be our DeMar DeRozan type scorer, right? He's not going to be DeMar DeRozan, but those DeMar DeRozan type buckets is where he's going to live, at least in the short term, right? And OG Anunoby is going to be the guy that's either going to knock down a three or dunk. He's going to be threes and dunks, threes and dunks, threes and dunks, threes and dunks. And Cat is going to be the Death Star.
Damn.
That's what he's going to be, bro. When he show up, everything getting obliterated, bro. and if Jalen Brunson can play off of that, if Jalen Brunson and I'll give you an example. If Cat was playing with Luka right now, I think both of them dudes would be averaging 30 something points a game. Easy. Easy. Because just off of the roll to the rim part, like we hadn't even seen Cat roll to the rim 5 or 6 times a game yet. You see Jericho Sims rolls to the rim more times than Karl Anthony Towns will in a third of the minutes. And the reason why is because Jericho Sims is not a factor for anything. Coach, how many times you saw Jericho Sims open the night last night?
Like
on the roll,
times.
wide open a few times.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting them the rock.
I mean,
so
what's open for him though?
the lob.
Open to dunk or the lob?
Yeah, the lob.
See that's the thing. See, what's open for Cat?
As soon as he crosses half court,
3 inches.
Stepping past half court is open.
Bro, and so that's what I'm saying. But the thing about it is you don't want, and I know basketball fans love to say the term pick and roll. They like, yo, we need to run more pick and roll. Nah, you don't need to run more pick and roll. Effective offense is about creating mismatches. You can create effective mismatches without screening and rolling all the time, right? The 5-out offense creates rub screens and just natural movement, guys cutting away from the basket and guys coming to the basket, guys going, and some guys spot up for a second and then take off. All of this stuff creates natural movement and natural screens. So you don't have to call your big guy from the baseline. He gonna take 3 seconds to get up top. It's 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Your ball handler's got to maneuver around the screen. It's 9 seconds left. Your guys in the corner are flattened out by tag defenders. The guy you have rolling to the paint is not a threat. So now the guys, your tag man don't have to even tag the man there. they can stay halfway between him and the shooter, right? And then now your ball handler has to create a shot with 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Then it's kicked out to Jericho Sims, and he don't know what to do. And Dre, that was our issue. That had been our issue for years.
Yeah.
Right. Our issue for years is that the two guys that tag that. So coach, basically what we run and what people don't recognize is we run Tom Thibodeau's pick and roll defense, right? But we add the Golden State Warriors element to it. You remember when they had Andre Iguodala on one side and Draymond Green in the middle, and maybe another long defender, maybe Kevin Durant on the other side?
Yeah.
And so what they do is they don't just match up with you man to man, because Andre Iguodala was 6'7", 210, 6'6", 210. He wasn't gonna be able to guard Zach Randolph, right? In a series against Memphis. But what he could do is guard an area and be elite in that area. Everything come in his area, and he deflect them, all of that stuff. But when you play a team that the roll man is not a threat to catch or finish, right? Like Mitchell Robinson, and no disrespect, Mitch, if you watch it, bro, we love you, right? But Mitchell Robinson is rolling to the paint. Jericho Sims is rolling to the paint. Why does the tag defender have to go cover Mitch when Mitch is not going to shoot anything outside of 5 feet?
Yeah.
Nothing. And now they halfway out there. They can cover the corners. And now when Grimes catches it, there's a man in his face. And now Grimes kicks it back out to Brunson. And the defense has already reset itself. All the guys that had got screened and switches, all of them are reset, looking at Jalen Brunson in the face. And now Jalen Brunson got a dribble. Now you have a sense where we're attacking teams, we're stretching them up top because you got to guard Cat. And now OG Anunoby or Mikal Bridges is a roll man, not in the sense of the classic, they got a screen and rolled. They cut to the rim, and you still get the same effect from a defense. Everybody knows OG's a finisher, and now these guys that have to attack from either side, whichever side he's attacking from, is going to either trail OG, and the other guy is going to come towards OG, and now you have open threes on your perimeter. And so, and I know that it sounds like a whole bunch of fancy basketball-y talk about something, whatever. But these are the type differences. This is why this offense here looks different from the offenses we had in the past. When your roll man is not a threat, your two tag men, they don't have to do anything except stay zoned up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me, Coach? You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I do.
Or we can just trade for Quentin Grimes.
Just to remind everyone, we're technically tied for third, the 3 seed, the 4 seed Eastern Conference
right now.
Yeah,
get out.
There's only 2 winning teams in the Eastern Conference.
This man joking, bro.
Orlando 6-6. We're the 3 technically. And we're 5-5. Tied with Indiana.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's wild, bro. I ain't even gonna front. I would have never had saw that coming, bro. I would have never had saw that coming.
The Magic are like they just won 3 straight without Paolo.
Yeah. They're not a pushover. They might struggle to score, but their defense is going to be a constant no matter what.
Oh, they're long.
Yep.
They're balls.
So, hey, y'all got a few minutes to have a philosophy conversation?
Yeah. Sure.
Here's my philosophy. Tibbs doesn't want to play any more wing players.
Any new ones? No.
Tibbs doesn't want to play him. Tibbs wants to put another 6'3" guard out there with Deuce, Cameron Payne, and Tyler Colin. I'm surprised Matt Ryan is playing right now, bro.
I'm not mad at. I mean, remember, Matt Ryan he's not a defender, but he's 6'7". He's not small.
Yeah. No.
He's a legit 6'7". He's not small. Like I think is a particular style of player they wanted to put into the rotation to replace Shamit, and it's just a shooter. They don't care where the shooter's coming from.
Right.
They just want a guy that will put up, I don't know, 10 threes per 75 possessions when he's out there. That's what they want. They're not thinking about anything else. At least that's how I can tell from Tibbs's mindset. And I don't think they would have. I don't think they would put him on the team if Tibbs didn't want a particular guy that just was out there to shoot threes.
Okay.
I just think we can get away with that offensively, especially with Cat in there.
Yeah.
But defensively, man, depending on who we play, that's gonna be tough.
He was out there with OG, I think. If I had to go back and look, we didn't run a 10-man rotation, so they was out there with one starter, and I think it was one of our wings. It was OG or Mikal was out there with him.
Well, I'm saying the 3-guard thing. If we do 3 guards, we can't be doing the 3-guard thing when freaking Sims is out there.
Yeah, nah, you can't do that not with him. No.
Like in a perfect world, the 3-guard thing would be good with Precious and Cat out there, because I think they can hold down the boards and defense when it's 3 guards in the game.
Okay.
I think it's a work in progress. I think Tibbs is still trying to figure out how to stagger the wings that we do have, because our 3 best wings are in the starting lineup. And his only way to do it in his mind is stymie one of them whenever Matt Ryan's on the court. And him just existing, giving us 9 minutes, it helped build a more full rotation.
Okay.
He's not out there to be a high like an important piece. He's just out there to be an NBA body for 10 minutes.
Well, and Tibbs showed what 5 he trusted to try to get a bucket, even though he screwed it up. He actually had Deuce, Brunson, Ryan, OG, and Cat.
Okay.
Also think because it's a back-to-back tomorrow, you're probably going to see more Matt Ryan at that.
They did an offense-defense subbing, and they kept Matt Ryan in. They brought in Deuce for Josh. And then when they got the ball back, they brought Josh back in. And,
Yeah. I think more so Matt Ryan's reputation allows him to be on the court, because even if he's not producing, the fact he's on the court helps you in certain ways, because you actually have to acknowledge him. You can't just ignore him out there on the court. Now, on the other end, they're going to attack him not only naturally. You have to make sure he's out there on the court against second units, not against teams' full starting lineup with all their firepower. But you can hide him on second units for 4-minute stretches at a time, which they did tonight.
Right. Now, I don't think he's bad, bro. I like him.
I think they attack him, but then they realize he's actually 6'7". He's not little.
And you're not going to just push him around.
Yeah.
My only thing, though, is, and I saw it a couple times, I mentioned it to Coach, and I don't want to sound like I'm bashing the Cat. So I'm going to mention it this one time. He's got to be more aggressive defensively, bro.
Who, Cat?
No, Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan? Okay.
Yeah, he's got to be. See, because it's one thing when you're defending 25 feet away from the rim or 18 feet away from the rim. But in our system where you're going to be on the box and you have to cover in the area, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like
when they pull Cat away from the rim, bro, you got to waste your fouls. Why are you a bench player going back to the bench with fouls?
I understand that concept, Freezy. I also got to take into account he just got to this team, and like our defense is a work in progress.
Oh,
Like,
hey, good point. That's what I said on playback. That's the
yeah.
same thing I said. I understand he just got here, and I understand he's not perfect. And so when I said that, I'm saying what I'm meaning is if he wants to stay, these are the things that you have to do.
Oh, got you. Like
Yeah, yeah. No,
if he
no,
wants that
I'm saying I'm
non-guaranteed,
saying the same thing you were saying. I said that earlier.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think he'll figure it out within a week or two. But like, remember, even Tibbs is trying to figure out our defense. Like he's trying to tinker around with going drop, who's switching. Like he's trying to tinker around with what works until he finds something that is sustainable against a multitude of teams and lineups that he's comfortable with. And in that process, you're introducing multiple new concepts to a guy that just got here as well. Like
right,
even Tibbs doesn't necessarily know the exact coverage we're gonna run on a night to night at this point,
right.
in my mind anyway. Because you
And
see our
I don't
coverages
blame him.
change. They change from possession to possession at times. And even with then you notice like sometimes you're struggling with communication because we're changing up how our coverages are, how we want to cover a guy
Right.
on from quarter to quarter.
Yeah.
So with Matt Ryan just coming here, it's like he has to figure out, but he also has to figure out what Tibbs wants on a night to night, which is tough to do on a guy that just got here.
But he wants
So
to be an NBA player, though, right?
absolutely, and if he
Right.
wants to make that non-guaranteed a guaranteed deal, he's got to figure it out.
Yeah, you got to figure it out, bro.
And if he's played enough years in the NBA to get a pension now, so to me that tells me he's adjusted to his surroundings and has probably been a really good practice player. And
Yeah.
in times in a pinch where teams need him to play,
Right.
20 like I think he plays 20 basically 25 games a year throughout his career. So he
Okay.
comes in to be as a pinch or in a blowout. So
Right.
he knows how to fit in. I think it's just a matter of time. Like he's gonna be basically pushed in case of emergency and just
And
be situational.
there's nothing wrong with that.
There's absolutely no wrong with that. Especially when Precious comes back, he's just gonna be extremely situational.
Coach, do you like Matt Ryan? Because I notice when we talk Matt Ryan, you get quiet.
I think he should play. I said before we got him that I liked him. I thought
Okay.
he was going to be a threat to make some threes when he's in.
Okay.
That's all we got him for. I mean, we're we're counting on Matt Ryan to win games. We're in trouble.
We are in trouble, man.
Because I
Yeah.
mean, all we need to count on Matt Ryan is to make sure the wheels don't fall off.
Yeah, he's there to give guys a blow.
We
Literally.
need him to be a solid professional
Right.
and not just a body out there. You know, just someone that might like don't leave him open. You have to account for him. You can't just ignore him. See, you can ignore Sims when he's out there.
And that's the sad part, man. That you can ignore Sims. That even just mentioning that frustrate me.
Like
I think
no NBA championship caliber team should say that about any player that's in their rotation.
but he's only in the rotation because of circumstance. Not
Right. Like when Mitch comes back, that man ain't playing again.
at all.
And when
I mean, if Precious comes back, he's probably not playing.
even less.
If
Right.
Precious comes back, he might not play because we might just run Precious at the 5 in those minutes.
Right. And why wouldn't you though?
Yeah, it's only right.
Yeah.
So
I
I think
I'll play
Precious around
Precious.
the corner.
I mean, the way Josh has been rebounding, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I just
So the reason why I said the Knicks don't want to play any wings, I'm sorry, y'all. My camera setup is weird, man. So I have a camera like right here, and then my mic stand is reaching from over here. So I'm doing like a contortion. I'm doing like a Harry Houdini to try to coach. The reason why I say the Knicks don't want any wings is because if Tibbs needed a defender, They could have brought up Chuma Okeke from the G League.
Yep.
Right? If the Knicks needed a scorer, they could have brought up TJ Warren from the G League.
Well, the calculator says we can't bring TJ Warren.
Oh my God. Because his vet minimum years, right?
Yeah. Like if the only way we could bring up TJ Warren is like in February or something.
Oh yeah, on the because he prorated, right?
Yeah. But Chuma Okeke for sure we could have. Him for sure.
And if we just needed athletic minutes, if we just needed 10 athletic minutes, we could play Pacom Dadier. Just go out there and be an athlete.
Jacob Toppin,
right. Right. If you just so what I'm thinking is they want the threat of 3-point shooting out there on the floor.
Yeah.
Over everything.
Yeah.
Right. Even though the point guard play on a second unit is extremely substandard.
Or mediocre.
Extremely. Our point guard play off the bench is grits with no salt, no butter, no pepper.
I think they're relying on the second unit to use the three-pointers as the equalizer for any faults that they might have.
Right.
And if you have a decent enough three ball off your bench or in your secondary rotation, all you need is for that to stem the tide, to keep you even while you have a very powerful starting lineup that's supposed to brunt a lot of the load.
Right.
I think that's their whole idea. And I think that's a little bit of pulling from what the Celtics are doing.
Okay.
Where they have a few guys off their bench, but obviously their starting lineup is just high-powered. And they just have a few guys off their bench that can come in and give solid minutes, like Peyton Pritchard and Sam Hauser.
Pritchard's been balling for them. He's like 14, 15 points a game he's averaging.
Yeah.
But
they're relying on Pritchard and Sam Hauser.
It's Drew Holiday who's been falling off.
Yeah, he's looking a little old right now.
Offensively. But speaking of ball, the Knicks, Cat and Brunson are one of only 3 duos in the league that average 24 or more a game.
One is Luka and
the other is Luka, Kyrie, and Brown and Tatum.
Okay.
Oh, well, Giannis and Dame probably. But
I don't think they are, right?
I don't think
Dame is averaging 24.
He ain't averaging 24.
He ain't averaging 24? Damn.
Dame has been up and, bro.
Either Dame is having 40 or he's getting you 8.
But what's crazy is OG is averaging 16.4 now.
20 over the last 5 or 6 games.
Mm-hmm. And I know
if Cat didn't have those 2 early stinkers, coach, where would Cat be at? 30? No, he has a stinker tonight.
Like maybe 27, 26.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
But like Mikhail is still, I mean, he's averaging, look, as much as we've been, I think people were expecting Bridges' threes to be.
Yeah, I have a new saying. I'm calling him Kevin Mikhail Bridges.
Mikhail Bridges, hey, you took that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling him. That's
my I'll give that one to you.
I'll just mess around. Coach said
Kevin
that.
as in Kevin Knox, not the actual Mikhail. Not the actual Kevin Mikhail.
Hilarious, bro. Coach called that man Kevin Mikhail Bridges.
That's right where
it was hilarious.
Kevin Mikhail Bridges.
He's Miguel Bridges at this point.
Oh wow.
No, man. He's averaging 15.2 points a game, like 47.5% shooting.
And his 3 ball hasn't come around yet. When the 3 ball comes around, he should be fine.
I mean, really, his 3 is 31%. Sucks for him.
Yeah,
but
that has to go up.
Yeah,
but if he gets back to his career averages, he's going to be averaging 17, 18. Just from
law of averages states for him that he's going to be on a heater in the next few games when we go home.
How many bad teams have we played so far?
Not that many.
Well, and the people
that lost to a bad team. But
when you only have 10 games and you win 5 of them, the other teams only have had 10 games. So
actually, the other teams have played 12 and 13 games. We had the most rest.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is,
okay,
when you get wins, you're contributing to the losses of these other teams in this small sample size.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yes, we lost to Boston and Cleveland, who are the top two teams in the East. We all know that we had that Cleveland game in the bag.
Yeah,
We
we
lost
blew
to
it. We should have won
Houston.
that game. Man.
Houston 6-4. We should have won that game.
Houston
Yeah.
7-4, I believe.
I just looked at it. It was 6-4.
Oh, okay. We lost to a lot of competent organizations, competent teams.
I mean, yeah, we beat the Bucks and 76ers, but
and Atlanta beat the Celtics tonight with no Trey.
yeah, and Atlanta's 500, right around 5. All the other teams are 500 we beat, except for Philly and
The Bucks.
Which,
And those teams were expected to be better.
you know, Philly's going to get it eventually.
Yeah, Philly's gonna figure it out.
Long Island Sound, I think, is a closet Nets fan. Long Island Nets.
That man said a 17-man rotation. What?
Yeah, he messing around. He messing around. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, look, like I said, now's the time to give some other guys, because if you have it, it'd be different if we didn't have a couple injuries. If we didn't have injuries and then we're doing this sub thing, it just compounds it. Like it'd be different if Precious was here and Shamit and Cam, he just came back, and Tibbs wasn't going in the well and subbing people.
Okay.
Then I'd be more pissed. I mean, I'd be less pissed at this point because I know he's going to play all them when they're there.
Yeah.
But now it's like we don't have them, then why not see what else you got? You might find a diamond in the rough and not know it. You know what I'm saying? Because like we talked about before this game, we were playing the death out of our starters and not getting a win out of it. So the risk wasn't worth the reward.
How many minutes our starters played tonight? If you got the box score, Coach.
I mean, what's his name? Only one guy went over 40 this time. It was OG. 41.
Didn't feel like he played 41.
But see, 40 minutes, the way he did the 40 minutes a couple games, like last game.
40 against the Pacers is not 40 against the Sixers.
Was different.
It's different.
Yeah, 40 against the Pacers is not 40 against the Sixers.
Well, that's part of that's true for sure. But the other part is the way, like, he left OG in like those long stretches. Like this time, it's like he broke it up more. He had remember one night you were talking about he left out OG, like they only had that one break, and then he played the rest of the time. And the same with Bridges. Like this time, they both went out of the game. Now their break was short, but at least they were out of the game like 3 times. They were subbed out this time. Whereas last time, I think they got subbed out once. That's like a big difference.
Yeah.
These guys are built. They're used to sprinting, slowing down, sprinting, slowing down. So their stamina and their cardio is set up to where you give them a 2-minute break. That's all they need. They're ready to go back out there. So 40 minutes is okay if you give them 3 to 4 2-minute breaks in a game. Like, and when I say 2 minutes, that's 2 minutes of game time, which kind of turns into almost 5 to 10 minutes of real time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot different than subbing a guy out once, then letting him play freaking 2 quarters straight, the whole second half.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
So
was definitely giving guys 15-minute stints before. He played Brunson the whole second half the other night.
That was crazy.
yeah, we
That
can't be
in
doing that.
November, that is nuts.
Yeah.
He played him like it was a game 7.
Coach, you ready for my prospect of the month?
Oh boy. Yeah.
You ready for my prospect? It was a dude that I liked last year. So it's 2 dudes I like in this draft. Both of them will probably be in that Pacom Dottier range.
Okay. I know one of them. I remember you said.
Baba Miller,
No, the other one. The
Kanan Catchings.
yep. That one.
Kanan, yeah. That's my guy, bro. Bro, I legit think, and Dre, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, bro. But if going into next summer, we had Kanan Catchings, Ryan Dunn, and Pacom Dottier, I'd have been like, this is the greatest front office ever. That's what I've been saying. But it's not.
Hey, Freezy, you would have been more mad if Tibbs didn't play them then.
Bro, I'd have been.
You would have jumped off the bridge.
Bro, I'd have had to catch Tibbs outside, bro. Tibbs, I'd have had to see you outside, bro.
If you ever get a chance to do this, guys, if you go to the NBA.com, right, and you go to like the Knicks like team section, and you can go to the game info, and there's a little section that says game book. And when you click on game book, like a little PDF looking thing comes up.
It shows you each play, right?
Well, the main thing it shows that's awesome is it'll, because when you look at other box scores like on ESPN or whatever, it'll show like 9 minutes, but like this will show you 9 minutes and 44 seconds. It shows you all the exact seconds, and it'll tell you that for the whole game, and then it'll tell you how many minutes and seconds they played in each quarter, and it'll have a full box score of each quarter too. And it really does paint a picture and tells you, like in the first quarter of this game, Deuce came in and played 5 minutes and 30 seconds in the first quarter. Jericho played 3 minutes in the first quarter. Cam Payne played 2 minutes.
Does it tell you what they did in that time, though, is what I'm wondering.
Yeah, it gives you stats too.
Okay.
So, yeah, it gives you the full box score. So we actually had 7 bench points in the first quarter. Deuce had 5 points and Jericho had 2.
It felt like we should have been up by like 16 at half.
It felt like that. But we gave up that run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that little run at the end of the first. But then like we went up on them a little bit in the second. See, even in the second quarter, actually, all those 4 guys played even more. Our starters only played. Josh Hart's the only one that played 10 minutes in the second quarter. OG only played 6 minutes in the second quarter. Cat only played 8 minutes. Brunson played 8 minutes, and Bridges played 8 minutes. So he gave them their break in the second quarter.
Yeah.
But then the second half, obviously, Deuce got extended time because Brunson's ankle. So I don't know, man. I'm thinking I don't mind if this is this. Now Josh, OG, and Brunson played the whole fourth quarter.
Yeah, I did notice that. Like he ran them from the start of the fourth, the entire time.
And
Which is,
yeah,
we know what Tibbs is at this point.
Cat played,
Tibbs is Ming the Merciless, bro.
Cat played 11 minutes and 24 seconds before.
Tibbs is the Red Hulk, bro.
Bridges only played 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
Red Hulk.
Tibbs don't care, bro. Tibbs don't care.
You call that man Red Hulk.
Bro, I'm telling you, this dude, what's the Tibbs is the Mandarin, bro. He don't care, bro. He don't care if OG Anunoby tore his hamstring off the bone 6 months prior. He gonna play that man 41 minutes in the game. He up by 15. He don't care, bro. Tibbs,
I don't think we talked. You know what? Who we haven't talked to tonight. I got to give him some props. It's Deuce.
Yeah, hit a couple timely shots. Especially
Deuce.
in the third quarter, that 1-3 in the third quarter that gave us a lead. I think it took a lead from like 6 to 9 or something like that.
The one with did the flyby?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like.
And your question on that, yeah, it does give the actual play-by-play.
Okay.
And it tells you the sub, who they subbed.
I believe it's like a link, and it'll actually show you the actual play.
Yeah, well,
like a video of it.
Yeah, pretty cool. I mean, it even gets detailed on the right, like C. Martin driving finger roll layup, assist from Obre. You know, like
wow,
very detailed things.
Like a lot of people who do like film content, they pull directly specific plays if they want to from that.
K-Town's bad pass turnover.
I don't know how they do that, and YouTube don't slap them on the wrist, bro. Yeah, I can't even. My alarm on my phone can't even go off, and I'll get an alert from YouTube saying I'm stealing content.
Oh, what if you put?
Yeah, if you put NBA content on. I don't know how that works because bigger channels use it virtually the entire time.
Yeah, and that's how they get bigger and bigger too, bro.
Oh, maybe they're cool with being demonetized on the video anyway, and they make money from different avenues.
Maybe
they make it from the ads.
Yeah,
sponsors. I mean,
like Basketball Breakdown has like an in-video sponsor that he reads off, and I guess that's maybe he's cool with the demonetization. So you get ads and then merch and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is they just use the videos as a vehicle to sell the other things.
Yeah, probably. Yo, man, that's all I got. Coach, you rocking at 7:45?
I don't know, man.
That's right around the corner, right?
Five hours. So I don't know.
That's 5 hours, bro. Hey, get yo. You know, I wish they make a drink where you can like get like just 5 hours worth of energy. It's like somebody create something like that, but like not in them big cold cans like the monster cans you have on your desk. You know,
sounds like a $1 million idea.
Those things don't work.
Yeah, man.
They do have something for that. It's called cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Not that I'm gonna do that because my heart will explode now.
Coach don't do that no more. Y'all stop. Leave him alone, bro.
I've had a bump or two in my day back in the day, and them days are over.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I wasn't no Lawrence Taylor with it.
Nah, wasn't Ozzy Osbourne with it. Like
that dude was doing it before the game.
That man was bumping and playing
at halftime.
Yes. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming through, rocking with us, everybody. I'm going to try to do the show in the morning. Wednesdays, Thursdays, or Fridays be rough in sales. Y'all already know what it is. If we don't make it in the morning, man, we'll try to do the show tomorrow. We're going to try to do a IKBM Dre / Josh Hart tribute video where they hugging it out. Maybe do one of those, Coach.
I'm going to be at work tomorrow night, so I'm only going to be in the chat guy mostly.
You're going to be at work tomorrow night.
God damn it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, all right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all for coming through, rocking with us. Remember the name, Baba Miller. Remember the name Baba Miller. I said Kanan Catches and Baba Miller. I'm saying it in November, like I said about names last year. So remember those names, man, when draft time come. We're gonna get out of here. Peace, everybody.
Tomorrow night starts a 4-game